Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with DR Holistic Healer, aka Sonia B. So I am back with 3 quick prophetic messages that I received this morning, early this morning. So with that being said, I hope all is well. Yes, it's still kind of early in the morning, out and about with the kids, so getting a little bike time in. Decided to pull out the bikes and do something different. Switch up the energy, okay? So anyway, with that being said, for those of you who do not know, when you switch up the energy, you allow more room for other things to come into your space, okay? Anyway, so let's get into the message. So the first message that I received was, this was God revealing to me 2 different ways, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. So this was God revealing to me that what was happening here was, in a dream, it was as if I was speaking to someone in a dream, right? And I got the feeling like we was up on a higher floor, okay? And then it's almost like I got the feeling of, after I was done speaking to her, this person was venting something to me in a sense. So once I was done talking to her, it's almost like I had went to, like, let's say the kitchen area, and I basically asked my daughter, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. It's the other way around. So after speaking to somebody who was venting to me, basically I went down to the first floor, as if it was like I had appeared outside. And as I had appeared outside, what was happening was I noticed that in a dream that the neighbor, the husband, was driving away just as I pulled down. So I got the feeling like he was trying to be nosy in a sense, like spiritually he was trying to be nosy. So after I saw him driving off and I realized what he was doing, I went back upstairs and I basically asked my daughter, as if she was in the kitchen area. And I had asked her, I said, yeah, did such and such come through here and come in like this area or whatever? And I can't remember what she said or whatever, but she was just too busy doing what it was that she was doing. So I saw this 2 ways that how God had revealed it to me, okay? So when I woke up from the dream, basically it was like, again, it was like the neighbors were trying to be spiritually nosy in a sense, like they was trying to really listen in. And for those of you who don't know, people can psychically spy. People can psychically spy even with listening to a conversation. This is the reason why it's so important to try to protect yourself spiritually, so that cloaking yourself from other people psychically, okay? Again, it's called psychic spying. And cloaking yourself from other people so that they are not able to see your whereabouts, to see what you're doing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit just revealed to me, you know, like how back in the days they used to have like the little crystal ball when we were growing up as kids. And anytime you saw a crystal ball, you knew that somebody was able to tell somebody's future or look into the future in a sense. So God is wanting you to know that that stuff is real, okay? People can, that's a formal way of how they put it in movies, because again, universal law states that you have to tell people what you're doing, even if it's in a hidden and manipulation type way that you don't even realize and see what it is that you're doing behind the scenes, okay? So, excuse me. Thank you. You can't go over there. So anyway, so again, psychic spying. And people can listen through just trying to see what you're doing, where you're at, even looking into your home in a sense, or even listening to your conversation, okay? And they do all this by going through the spiritual realm, okay? So with that being said, and yes, in the spiritual realm, good and bad things can coexist there in a sense, but it just depends on your level, your frequency, or where you vibrate at is what you'll pick up on, okay? Because it's like an energetic match in a sense. So anyway, but so I got it as if he was just sitting there trying to hone in on a conversation that I was having. And I thought to myself, like, was he trying to listen to my conversation that I was having with this person? So my best interest was to basically protect this person and protect whatever it was. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Protect the information that they were giving me, whether it be physically or whether it be spiritually. I was trying to protect them, because to me, whatever experience that a person is dealing with and going through, that's their own personal experience, and that's nobody else's business. So this is the reason why a part of standing in your power is, excuse me, come back here, please. A part of the reason why people people needing to stand in their power in a sense is because even in that sense of loving yourself and respecting yourself is a sense of protecting yourself spiritually from other people. Because imagine if, okay, so even if you didn't give somebody permission, it's almost like you have to, it's kind of hard to explain. But anyway, that's just an individual conversation 101, because everybody's situation would be different in a sense. But anyway, so with that being said, thank you, Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit was just like, leave it like that. If you guys wanting to know how to do that a little bit more, you can reach out to me in a sense, and book a service, and we can go over that and speak about that. Anyway, come here. But anyway, so basically, so as he saw me, he drove off. So I went back upstairs, because when I went downstairs, as if I had already appeared outside, but I went back upstairs, and I basically asked her, I said, well, he didn't come through here, did he, in a sense? And she was too busy doing what it was she was doing that she didn't even notice. So nevertheless, so for some of you, this is a situation of somebody's trying to hone in on your conversation spiritually, okay? Trying to see what you're doing spiritually, or even trying to listen in on your conversation spiritually, okay? So anyway, and then it came to me again a second time, was a second message of some people is evolving higher in a sense, because I told you guys that we're shifting, we're having upgrades, and not only we're having upgrades, but it's almost like as upgrades exist, that means we're evolving, we're going to the next level. So God had revealed it to me. The second way was as if, because I got the feeling like we was on like a third floor in a sense, and because there were like 3 different levels, the outside, the second floor, and then the third floor in a sense, like where we was having this conversation, and God was letting me know, like, your conversations are being protected, okay? For some, this message is not for all, it just depends on where you're at on your journey. So God was revealing to me that he was protecting a conversation, and he's also protecting some people spiritually in a sense, that people are not able to, psychically spound you or even psychically listen to your conversation, okay? And then he also revealed to me, what else was it? Hold on, let me look at my notes, because he was giving me this information. Oh, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So, and then he was also giving to me too that even though he was on the 3rd floor trying to listen in, it's almost like, thank you, Holy Spirit, you can't be touched in a sense, like they were trying to listen, but it's like you on a totally different frequency. And I heard also like static. That's all they was hearing was like static, okay, as they were trying to listen, okay, because that's God's way of protecting you in a sense, okay? So anyway, but like I said, you going? Go. So I say all that to say that, so again, some people are being violated spiritually, and then some people being violated spiritually in a sense, and then some people are being protected spiritually, okay? So anyway, it, again, just depends on your level and where you're at on this point in time on your journey, okay? So let's move on to the next message. The next message I saw was, some of you guys are probably staying, let's just say, if you had a situation, okay, I'm seeing it 2 ways. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I thought it was about to fall. So some of you guys have 2 different, that's yours? Oh, I'm sorry. So some of you guys have 2 different situations in a sense, okay? Some people have it to where, let's just say, like, the saying of, if these walls can talk, they would say a whole lot, okay? Which is funny because I'm sitting behind a wall, right? And whether it be a brick wall or whether it be an actual school wall in a sense, it's almost like you guys are, some people, okay, I'm hearing also too, like, some people could have been moved into a place to where, like, let's just say the walls were already pre-stained and you didn't even know it, okay? This is why it's important to, when you move in places, to really kind of sense the energy in a sense, or even kind of get somebody to kind of, should we go back up at the top? Because it's just like a distraction. So anyway, but you gonna stay down here or you coming? Oh. So anyway, but with that being said, basically what was happening was the walls were like stained. I saw that it was like as if the walls were stained, okay? So it was as if the walls were stained, and because the walls were stained, it was kind of, what stains look like when it pertains to like water damage or whatever. And that's kind of like what it was looking like. So with the walls being kind of stained, I kind of saw it, I felt like I saw it like two ways. One with the wall that was white, and one way with the walls that were like covered up, but it was covered in blue in a sense, okay? And the reason why I say that is because it was covered in blue, because I still could see the stain in a sense. So I say all that to say, some of you guys may need to clear out your house in a sense. May need to clear out your house. Bear with me, y'all. Some of you guys may need to clear out your house in a sense, like really clear out your house. Let me sit on this side because I feel like the sun is kind of messing with my view. Anyway, so as I said, the saying is, if these walls could talk, they would say a whole lot. So let's just say, like, it could have been situations of people, just basically, how people argue, they fuss and they fight, and, they do all those various different things in a sense. They do all those various different things, like when they're having disagreements, cussing each other out, just directing hate at one another, and even if it's, just having a lot of animosity in a sense towards somebody else in a sense. Having a lot of animosity towards somebody else in a sense. It's important to just make sure like you really have those areas cleared out and cleaned out. Anyway, so let me move on from that. So some of you may need to paint your walls and see how that changes the energy. It could or it may not change it. You may need to have somebody to bless your house in a sense, like how when people come through people's houses and they do a house, I don't know if they refer to it as like a house blessing or blessing a house or something like that. Anyway, and that's somebody who's really have been anointed in regards to really clearing out space, okay? Anyway, let me move on to this third message. So this last message, it came in a form of, I really felt like Mary Magdalene's energy was present around me as I was sleeping, okay? For those of you who do not know, Mary Magdalene's energy she's like in the tarot deck, she's considered like unconditional love in a sense. And I say all that to say that I've been getting that for like the last few days, like unconditional love in a sense. Her name has been coming up just in my train of thought. I thought about the depiction of the 12 disciples sitting at the table, which is considered the Last Supper. Well, I know in some of the pictures that shows that there's only 12 men sitting there. But I guess in the original version, there's actually a woman sitting there next to Jesus as well, too. So some say that, Mary Magdalene was Jesus' twin flame in a sense. So, that may need a little bit more research, but I don't know. But nevertheless, we all know the story of Mary Magdalene. She was a prostitute and so on and so on. So I say all that to say, remember, well, for those of you who do not know, on this journey, it's usually like the light. How can I say it? I don't want to say it in a sense like it's almost like, okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. So if your twin was of dark in a sense, it's almost like the other one is of unconditional love. So it's almost like the one who holds the energy of unconditional love is almost like helping the one who, so the light attracts the dark, okay? Which is, one twin is usually dark, the other twin usually represents unconditional love. And it's almost like, what's happening is the darker twin usually comes more so towards the light because of the one who carries the energy of unconditional love, okay? So anyway, I really get this sense that Mary Magdalene's energy is here for those people who are open and willing to receive it. So here's the video prior to this one. When I said God is testing you, either you're going to pass or you're going to fail. This is pertaining to that. And I say all that to say because her energy is here now. So we all have, and we are all capable of opening up our heart chakra. And she's just here to help assist. Okay. So therefore, it's, in other words, I know it may be something foreign for some people is what I'm hearing. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Maybe foreign for some people and maybe a little afraid to open up in a sense. And I want you to know that as you open up, just know that God has your back. Okay. He's not going to allow you to do all this inner work. And I just told you that how some of us are protected in a sense because people cannot reach us at a certain frequency in a sense. So, it's a matter of just trusting yourself and knowing that this was the whole purpose of your journey, is coming back to a place of unconditional love. This is you coming back into your authentic self, who you truly were before you came into this planet, and you forgot every single thing about where you were from, or what you were capable of, or how you was, just who you were at the core of your essence, which is based off unconditional love, okay? Which is the person who God, thank you, Holy Spirit, which is the person who God had initially intended you to be, okay? Not the hurt and injured person, not the trauma person who, has experienced trauma, because we've all experienced trauma in a sense, but it's back to your original of before all of your hurt, trauma experiences, okay? Whether it be this lifetime or past lifetime or even multiple lifetimes, okay? So yeah, so basically, Mary Magdalene's energy is here in a sense on the planet. I really feel like her energy is here, and it's a matter of, will you move forward? Will you allow yourself to move out of this stuck energy? Because some of you guys, it's going to be like a, I kept getting this feeling of, you want me? Oh, I thought you said Mom. So it's almost, I kept feeling this energy of a jolt, like being jolted forward in a sense. An energy of feeling jolted, like jolting you forward. So because I've been really feeling like I was even kind of seeing this doing meditation as well too, like an energy that's jolting you forward. So anyway, it's a matter of, will you move out of your stuck energy, and will you just go with the flow, or will you try to resist the energy? Okay, I'm sorry, I was just right now this channeling information that God was giving me this morning. So it was a matter of whether you will move forward, or will you continue to stay stuck in the same old energy. But remember, if you decide to stay stuck and you close your heart off in a sense of, as God is trying, as Mary Magdalene is here to try to help you open it up in a sense, it's almost like if you allow yourself to stay stuck. But I really feel like, if I'm hearing the Holy Spirit say, if you really allow yourself to feel stuck, you're going to make it harder for yourself, even harder, okay? So and by making it harder for yourself, you'll find yourself stuck in yet another cycle, wishing and hoping that you would have act on moving forward, okay? So that's the worst feeling ever. There's nothing more worse than feeling like, oh my God, like I should have done this, oh I should have done that, and you wished you would have done it and you didn't do it. It's just like yesterday, I took my kids on like a little car ride, right? And because we enjoy it. Anyway, so we went on a car ride, and I went near this place that was like a beach area in a sense, and we went and had lunch, right? So on the way out, I stopped at this other little spot so I can, let our other little family pet use the bathroom in a sense. And I was like, and I was just very curious, and I was like, I feel like it was like a little pathway, and I felt like I could see light beyond like that little pathway, and something was just said, just go and see what it is. Then I almost got into my car and I almost drove off, but then my spirit was just like, no. I said, hold on, y'all. I said, I feel like I have to go and see what this is beyond this point, right? So curiosity, being a little spontaneous, okay? That's what we were meant to do. Be a little spontaneous, is like childlike in a sense, like how we used to be as kids, but with reason and using your intuition and your gut feeling in the process. So anyway, as I saw the light and I told the kids, I said, well, hold on one second. I have to really go see what is down this pathway, because I really feel like there's water over on the other side. And I was right. My gut feeling was right. So I walked along the path, and I saw it, and I was like, it was like open space. And I was like, oh my God, like this is so beautiful. It was so quiet. It was absolutely peace and quiet. I was like, yes, I like that. And I was just like, I ran down a little dock area, and I was like, oh my God, I said, I'm free. That was like me liberating myself. And then my daughter had kind of followed me. I guess so I didn't go down the path by myself or whatever. And anyway, so we went and looked, and I was just like, oh my God, this is so beautiful. So anyway, but just like situations of like that, I didn't allow that situation to allow me to stay stuck in, oh my God, I wish I would have went down there to see what was down there. I actually went to see what it was going to produce, and it produced beautiful results. So with that being said, as you guys choose to move forward and be spontaneous and not worry about, but again, use your gut feeling and making sure it's a situation that you're following your gut in the process. But as long as you feeling confident about it, in the sense, you never know how it's going to turn out. Okay, because like I said, some of you guys are fearing the worst, and it's actually going to be a beautiful experience when you do step up to the plate and just surrender and let go and let God. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there, but I wish you all much love, much light. Have a beautiful weekend. Unless God sends me another message, I will see you guys on the next prophetic message. Much love, much light. Bye.